Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another rebuild, and we're going to go with Wolves. But before we do, if you're enjoying these rebuilds, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and let's get into the action then. So, Wolverhampton, English Premiership winners, well the old First Division, 54, 58 and 59, so very good in the 50s. But not so much thereafter. The FA Cup, they did last win it in the 1960 Sky Bet Championship. Carabao Cup, how many? 1980 was the last time in that one as well. The Community Shield, 1960, and various other competitions as well. If we have a look at Europe-wise, they did finish runners-up in 1972, but no appearance after that. Or they may have done, but they've not gone very far in it to have been registered in here. So not an awful lot about the European history here, though, unfortunately. But 1972 was the last time they got to a final. So we'll try and remedy that as well. We'll try and finish in the top 6 in the European places, as they're coming very close this season in real life. So let's hopefully we can replicate it. If not, we can go a little bit better. Captain's Connor Cody, 32, 38 million, 60 grand a week, 28 years old, defender. Of course, there's Ruben Neves as well. How old is he? He's 24, so we want to try and keep hold of him. Ruben Neves is also the key player, and the hot prospect is Fabio Silva. Wow, that's pretty decent. I mean, look at his value already, 45 to 69 million pounds. Wow, let's have a quick look at his history. Actually, not a lot to shout out about really. 4 goals in 32 appearances last season. He played for Porto. Amazing how much he's worth. I'm not going to lie. If we have a quick look at the squad, then see what we've got, then let's go with the top players, though. So, obviously, there's Johnny. We all like Johnny, Spanish. I mean, he can play left and right, so that'd be quite decent. He can play wing back as well, either side. That is an added bonus. He can play 4 and possibly in the centre as well. Yeah, centre as well. Why not? We're still undecided which formation we're going to go with, but we'll figure that out along the way. But it looks very decent as well. I mean, that's nice. 27 years old, though. By the time we do this finish this rebuild, he'll be 32. Will he last that long? He's only contracted to 25, so we're trying to lock him down nearer the time, I guess. But it looks pretty decent, Johnny. Ruben Neves, we all know about. Very, very nice player. A lot of teams still after him. Midfield or DM. We've also got Semedo as well. He's only 27 as well. So again, 32 by the time this rebuild finishes. Pretty decent on the right hand side. And he's quick as well. So that's what we like to see. Quick wing backs as well. Who else we got? Raul Jimenez. Yeah, we are going to be looking for another striker, I think. 35, I don't think he'll be with us much longer, I don't think. I mean, he had a good couple of seasons, 19, 20, 18, 19 seasons. Not so much this season, though. Adama Traore, he's out on loan at Barcelona. Well, I don't know. I mean, there is an optional fee of £30 million if they want him, apparently. But I'm hoping they don't. I'm hoping they don't pick him up. Hoping he'll just come straight back. There's Connor Cody, we spoke about just a few moments ago. Very nice indeed. Actually, let's have a quick look at Traore. I didn't really notice. Look at that. Why would we want to get rid of him? 43 grand a week. Why? Trincao as well. Did think he was from Barcelona. I did a Barcelona rebuild at the beginning of FM22, and Trincao was there, and I thought he was a very, very good player. So maybe we'll get him involved. Neto as well. Good prospect. Right wing, left wing. Oh my word. I mean, they are pretty decent, aren't they? They are pretty, they have got quite good players out on the wings. And at 21 years old, maybe that's why they're getting rid of Traore, maybe. Maybe that was the reasoning behind it, maybe. Deng Donker in the centre. Who else they got? Jose Sarr, goalkeeper. Fabio Silva, obviously that prospect. I mean, very good prospect. I was saying with Neto and Trincao, actually. I mean, they've got quite good prospects. So Gibbs White, he's out on loan at the moment. Let's have just a quick look at him. Looks pretty decent. Be nice when he gets back. Nore as well, wing back, left. I mean, they've got some decent players, but a lot of good players in the same positions, unfortunately. That's going to be the problem, I think. But other than that, they've got a fairly young side. Marcel as well at the back. Left back, I mean, possibly somebody we could offload. I don't think we're going to use him. 32 years old. How long's he been here for? A couple of seasons, 1.8 million. If we can get something back for him, that'd be quite nice. Goalkeeper John Ruddy. I don't know if he's going to be our goalkeeper. We'll see. I mean, Saul was there, wasn't he? I mean, I think Saul will be our main goalkeeper, I'm guessing. Okay, it's a pretty decent side, actually. If we have a look at the assistant report and best players. So that's the best players he's got available, I think. Dendonca, Martino, Neves, DLP down here. Trincao, Podence, Jimenez. Overall ability. So quite good, decent centre-backs. Very good wing-backs, actually. I mean, I think their preferred position is 3 at the back with wing-backs, but I'm reluctant to use that. I don't generally use that formation, but you never know. It might work for us. Wingers, 8 good, 1 great. A cam. Where do we go? Do we use a cam one again, or do we start off like this instead? Or do we go wing-backs? 3 at the back, possibly. If we're overloaded with defenders, maybe we start off with wing backs. They've got quite good stock of players, though, to be fair. Pretty shy on the right hand side. Possibly a goalkeeper. If we lose one, we may have to bring one in. Going from ages, there's not many over 30. Still Jimenez, he's going to be still playing. Moutinho possibly, so we're going to have a look for a replacement for him in the centre of the park. And a couple of others on the coming up to 30 as well. So we're going to have to look at replacing them at some point. Hopefully not just yet. But other than that, I think it's a pretty decent side all the same. The club vision then for this season, they've got signed Portuguese players. Apparently that's the thing. I don't have a problem with that. Majority of the rebuilds I've had, we've signed Portuguese players. So I don't have any issue signing that. I wonder why though. Sign high reputation players, play entertaining football and develop players using the club's youth system as well. Finish in the top half, reach the 5th round of the FA Cup and reach the 4th round minimum of the Carabao. And next season they want us to qualify for Euro 2. We're going to see if we can do that a little bit earlier, I think. And what we've got to play with is £4 million. Okay, that could be a problem. But we'll see how it goes. Like I say, we've got a couple of older players that we can possibly offload. We can look into that. But apart from that, I think it's a fairly good side. I don't have an issue with it at all. I think it's going to be quite a fun one to do, I think. Let's have a look at the transfers and let's see how we're going to start off this first season of 5. And do any of you guys recognise this chap? He was in the last rebuild. If you haven't checked that out, please go back and check out the Braga rebuild. Wittner. 21-year-old Wittner is at Wolverhampton. He played a season when we were with Braga and then he got bought out, but I think Milan got him. Can't remember quite who got him, but my word, what a player. He's just one of these top players like Adeyemi, a bit like Haaland. I think he's the next big thing. Wittner is just absolutely amazing. Already he's made a splash in the Premiership, 4 goals in 3 games, mind. I might just add that in right now. But it did take a lot to bring him here, though. Remember I showed you we only had £4 million. Well, somehow we've managed to cough up £25 million for the guy. I think he's worth it. He's going to bring in a lot more money than 25 million if anybody decides to come in for him. We've got no release clause on him either. I think that was a big mistake that Braga had on him, if I can remember. And £17 million was the price tag. But obviously we only had £4 million to spend, so we've had to do a lot of paying installments, pay on appearance fees, pay on this, that, and the other. And 25 million was the money that we're going to sacrifice. So I'm quite happy with that. Wittner comes to Wolverhampton, and as an added bonus, he's Portuguese as well. I did remember that. So we did bring up a short list of Portuguese players, and he was on there, and I had to have him regardless how much. A striker is what we're going to need. Yes, we've got Silva, but I think we put him out on loan. He is 19 years old. I think he is definitely one for the future. And don't forget, we've got Jimenez as well. He's probably got another season or 2 in him. So we are going to have Wittner as our main striker, though. There's no two ways about it. Jimenez is going to be our number 2, but he keeps getting injured. So maybe another season, then we'll move him on, hopefully. And then Silva will come back. And we've got 2 youngsters battling it out at the front line for Wolves. Amazing. But like I say, that is the only transfer we had amongst all the other transfers that were done already before we started. He Chang from Leipzig, £12 million. Nori from Angers for 9.5. Jose Sa, who's our number one goalkeeper, by the way, 6.75. And Mesquera, 4.5. Chiquino and Bin, amongst some of the other ones as well. Out of the window go. None of these were ours, apart from Marcel. We managed to offload him to Angers, actually 1.2 million. So that did help with the transfer for Wittner. Not a lot, but yeah, it did help a little bit. So very happy with that. Some of the players are going out on loan. Silva's gone to Blackburn for a season. Whoever's gone to Huddersfield for a season as well. And some of the others are out on loan also. As you can see, a lot of players on loan. A lot of players. Team then, this is what we're going with. We are going to go with a DM role. We're going to play 2 DLPs, a support and defence. That might be better for us. Wittner's going to start up on top. Trincão's going to be out on the right hand side. We've got Schmeider and Cody at the back with Sarr in goal. And obviously, Neves, the man, is going to be in midfield. Although he can play his DM role, but I want him in midfield, running the show if we can. But that's what we're doing. And so far this season, it's been pretty good. Just a couple of losses. We did lose to Celtic 2-1 in a friendly. The league starter, we played West Ham and Norwich. Norwich being Wittner's first game for us. In fact, no, it wasn't. He was in time for the start of the season. So he scored in every game so far. So, I mean, you can't say fairer than that. We beat West Ham 2-0. Norwich 4-1. Stoke 2-0 in the Carabao Cup. And Chelsea 4-3. Wittner with a brace. I mean, it was 3-3. We were very, very close. And we were winning 3-2. That's annoying. We're lying in 7th position in a European spot, though, after 3 games. So I'll go with that. And we are predicted to finish 11th. 200 to 1 to win the league. That's not going to happen, but I'm surprised Neves isn't there even. Wittner will be eventually. Mark my words. Competition-wise, reached the 5th round in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Reached the 4th round. So I'm really excited to see how this season goes. So let's simulate season 1 and we'll be back straight after. Right, season 1 over, and well, I have to say that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to finish Wolves in a European place, but I didn't expect Champions League. Wow, 4th position. We're only 3-4 points off 2nd place. But Liverpool have gone an invincible season, 104 points. Wow, that is absolutely massive. 12 goals conceded, 101 goals for Liverpool there. But ourselves, 21 wins, 8 draws, 9 losses, 78 goals, 46 conceded. That's not too bad, 71 points. We do finish ahead of Arsenal. Leeds and Aston Villa there. Chelsea and Tottenham are out of the European places. They finished 9th and 10th. Palace, Watford and Burnley all get relegated. Pretty much like what's happening now, isn't it, really? Although Watford are relegated, we know that. Moutinho is chances created with 29. Wittner is the league's leading goal scorer. And what did I say about this young lad? 31 goals he scored for us. That is absolutely amazing. And to top it off as well, we were the 2nd best in creating chances as well. 158. Liverpool only 160. But they just seem to be a little bit more deadlier than what we are. And we are 3rd leading goal scorers as well in the league. And we're on an 11-game unbeaten run as well. Added bonus. So the Carabao Cup, we get to the 4th round and we lose to Liverpool after beating Stoke and Forest Green. Forest Green on penalties, would you believe, in the 3rd round. Wow, that's that's crazy, and that's just by scoring all our penalties. That is, wow, that's mad, absolutely crazy. And we were behind as well. We had the late equaliser from Podence in that one as well. The FA Cup, we only managed the 5th round, losing to relegated Watford. We thrashed Reading, we beat Fulham and Watford. Wow, Podence again scoring a goal. Seems to be when he scores we lose. I'm just saying. 2-1 to Watford though in that game, with a winner coming on 64 minutes from Pedro. Yeah, we were leading in that game as well. That's quite disappointing. If we have a quick look at the league, how well we've done there. So losses coming in intermittently, breaking everything up though, so to speak. But Leeds, Palace, draws. We beat Man United earlier on in the season. A 3-0 win over Tottenham there. 1-0 to 2-1 to Villa in that game. What are the losses? Well, I mean, we lose 5-0 to Liverpool. Wow, away from home. Anything? We draw 1-1 with Man City. So some big... Draw 2-2 at home with Liverpool, though. And we beat Norwich, but lose to West Ham and Burnley. That's disappointing. Then you look at towards the end of the season as well. The March, April, May time. We do pull it back, though, amazingly enough. Beating Arsenal 4-2. Everton 5-1. Villa 5-2. We even beat Man United again in the league, 1-0 with Wittner scoring the winner there. Chelsea 4-1 and Palace 6-2. That is some ending to a fantastic season, I have to say. Just a quick look at the squad then. There doesn't seem to be many players left, does it really? At least we're hanging on to some of our better players. So Wittner, 36 goals overall in 44. I mean, this guy is he's paying his money back already, isn't he? That is absolutely phenomenal. Pedance as well, 14 goals, 11 assists. I'm assuming that's on that left-hand side. And Trincao on the other side with 10 and 13. Jimenez, the other striker as well, getting a couple of games, mainly as substitute, but still scoring 10 goals though. Ruben Neves, 7 and 6. Chan, 6 and 6. 12 assists from Matinho as well. Not so much goals throughout the whole team, but quite a lot from the players that consistently play. Assists wise, right through the whole team. The only people not getting assists are our 3 goalkeepers. That is it. Everybody in the team getting assists. That's amazing. That's really good, that is. I'm really impressed with that. Right, we've been given a fair bit of money as well, £46 million. So let's go and spend this and we'll show you what we've done before we head over to Season 2. So the first of our 2 signings then for this particular season, Francisco Trincao, we brought him back. He was on loan with us last season, and a very good season last time. And I thought, you know what, we can't really let this guy go. And as you can see, £40 million, rising up to 45. We had to pull out all the stops for this one to try and bring him back. He was quite happy to come back as well. And at 22 years old, we've got him to at least 2027. So on that right-hand side, I'm going to be very happy. Between him and Traore and a couple of others, I think we're quite nice. And considering they wanted us to sign Portuguese players, I don't think we can do any better, I don't think. I mean, Traore is probably our first choice winger, but Trincao's in there. But yeah, I'm very happy with him. I mean, dribbling skills, technique skill, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to try and get him to run out the defence as well. So hopefully he'll be able to do that and more damage. But yeah, watch this space. This right-hand side is looking very tasty at the minute. And because we had money to spare, we just had a look at what Portuguese players were available that wanted to come over. And João Paulina, wow. Yeah, I'm very happy to bring him in as well. I'm just wondering whether to change him to defensive midfielder role, actually, as opposed to a DLP. That's what we're playing him at the moment. But yeah, strong position. We spent quite a bit of money on him once more. £30 million. In fact, that is it. I think it was £50 million up front, and then a further 15 over 3 years. Not a bad season with Sporting last season. 7.4 though. He's had 4 games, not really been effective, but he is playing as a DM, so I'm not expecting him to, but hopefully he'll hold that line out the back and help out the defence. And I mean, just look at these attributes as well. His natural fitness is pretty good. He can jump as well. Hopefully he'll go out for corners and things, but you never know. Positioning looks really good. Concentration. I mean, you can see everything in the dark orange. It's very good. I mean, he can't take a free kick, but I'll sacrifice that. I don't mind. But yeah, I think he's going to be... I'm playing alongside Neves as well. I mean, what can you ask for? I mean, this team will be soon Portuguese. That's guaranteed. So our spending in total is around about £70 million. So it's more than the 46 that we were given, but we do say goodbye to a few players. £25 million worth, in fact. Vinagre's gone for 8.5 to Sporting. Chiquino has gone to Sporting Gijon for 6.75. Coutron's gone. He was a striker. He was only on something like £4,000 a week, but he wasn't getting any game time. And I don't think he really excelled over out on loan either. So we've let him go for £4 million. Totti, a defender, 3.3 to Crystal Palace. And Kawabi's gone to Lugano for 2.5. We had to make room for these guys in here as well. So we're slowly rebuilding. We're slowly... replacing some of the older people that will be going. But yeah, 70 million. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit more as well. So far this season, as you can see, our friendlies went really well. I mean, good 10 and 7-0 wins right at the start of the friendlies. A 3-1 win over Verona. Marseille, we win that one as well. 2 draws start off the Premiership. Southampton and Arsenal. Then 2 3-2 wins. Podence is doing very, very well at the moment. I'm very, very impressed. I mean, 2 goals to his name already. And Wittner has managed to get a brace in the last game. So I'm not sure where he was in the other games. But we probably missed him for some bizarre reason. 2 wins, 2 draws, 8 points. 2 points off the leaders, Everton. Wow, the Merseysiders are leading the race at the moment. Bournemouth are in there as well. I mean, what on earth is happening? Arsenal, Man U, and Chelsea. Chelsea are really struggling. So that'd be something to look out for as well. See what they're going to be like. The Champions League, we pit ourselves up against Barcelona, Dortmund and Milan. I mean, if we get out of that, I'll be absolutely amazed. But we'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, if we can get anything, I'll be impressed. The FA Cup, they reached the quarterfinals, and we've got Shrewsbury in the third round of the Carabao Cup. So 3 competitions this time round. Hopefully we'll finish in the top 7 again, so that's the plan. 50-1 now, 8th. That's not bad. We were 200-1 last season. That's a massive, massive improvement. And if we just have a look at the latest transfers, then Che Adams has gone to Chelsea for £81 million in total. That's mad. Declan Rice has gone to PSG for 64. Sergio Gomez has gone to Chelsea for 50. Man U pick up Chukwueze for 47.5. Liverpool pick up Nico Williams for 43. I mean, some big signings coming in. Newcastle have got a Timber. Let's simulate Season 2, and we'll be back right after. Wow, even a bigger surprise than Season 1. We are 3rd in the table, and we do qualify for the Champions League once again. Same number of points. In fact, it's the same number of wins, draws and losses again. This time we get a few more goals, I think, but we do concede a bit more as well. But again, we're only 7 points off second spot this time, and Liverpool have been pegged back. Just out of curiosity, who did they lose to? Not us. And draw? Probably not us as well. So we lose to Liverpool twice, in fact. Fulham in there, Newcastle, Everton even, Leicester. There's quite a few losses, isn't there, really? Tottenham make it into the Champions League after missing out last season. Everton, United and Leicester. Chelsea finished 10th, and Arsenal remarkably down in 14th position. Wittner this time does not get leading goal scorer in the division. He finishes 3rd with 21 goals behind Calvert-Lewin and Haaland. Trincao gets 3rd most assists with 28, or joint 2nd. Should have actually no, joint top. Rafinha and Harry Wilson actually. So again, top assist maker. Traore gets a lot of dribbles in the 90 minutes. Okay, the league, we started off quite well with that 1 loss in October to Leicester. 5-2 win over Sheffield United though. 4-1 win over Bournemouth, but we do draw with Chelsea, beat Chelsea, sorry, draw with Man United. Any of the big scouts in here? We have a very torrid time in January and December. Just the 1 game played in December. Is that the World Cup or something? I don't know. But yeah, Liverpool, Tottenham and Everton and Man City all coming in that cluster there. So we keep rolling down, and we have a little bit of a good run in February, March and April. Just that 1 loss to Chelsea right at the very end. Any big scores in there? Man U, we beat 3-0. That's a good result. And City as well. We do them both at home. That's pretty nice results. Arsenal, we draw. And we finish off torridly, actually, right at the very end. Liverpool, Newcastle, Brentford and Fulham. We do beat Brentford 7-1 though. Wittner scoring 4 goals. FA Cup, we get as far as the 5th round, losing on penalties to Sheffield United. We beat Huddersfield and Barnsley along the way, but don't progress too far. The Carabao Cup, we reached the semi-finals, only to lose to Man U 2-0 on neutral ground. But we do struggle past Norwich, apparently, in the quarters on penalties. Palace and Shrewsbury are put aside earlier on. So the Champions League, Where did we finish here? So we have a good couple of wins. We do beat Barcelona twice, home and away. Wow. But we can't beat Milan or Dortmund. Dortmund, we lose 4-1 to, but we draw 2-2. And Milan, we lose, we draw and loss again. So where do we finish in this particular league here? So we do finish third. But Barcelona just get knocked out of Europe altogether. Wow. That's crazy. Level on points with Milan, though. Goal difference, and obviously Milan better than us head-to-head. But Dortmund, I mean, everybody loses games. But the fact that we managed to win a couple of games is an added bonus. But in the Europa League, then, as we go down, we do dispense of Genk, Sevilla 2-1, Slavia Prague 8-3 on aggregate in the quarterfinals. Arsenal, we win 3-2 with a penalty from Ruben Neves getting us through in that game. And then we get to the final and we lose to Atletico Bilbao 1-0. Raul Garcia in the 15th minute. Oh, so close. Runners-up spot. That is pretty good. It really is. That's impressive. I'm quite happy with that. It's a good improvement, and we managed to gain a place in the league as well. Looking at our squad then, the goals, Wittner with 35 goals this season. Obviously not a lot in the league, so let's have a look at what happened in the league then from him. 10 goals less. Did he not get the service? I mean, he played the same number of games. Maybe the service just wasn't there this time round. Interesting. I have to have a look at that though. Slightly underperforming though this time. But to be honest, I'm not really worried. He's still only 23 years old, so he's just getting better and better. And his finishing's increasing quite nice, as well as his other stats as well, which is lovely. Trincao gets 20 goals and 12 assists, so 32 goals he's been involved with. But that is miraculous. I mean, that could be because we bought him on a permanent deal this time. I mean, it's so much better than last season. 6.88 last season, 7.09 this time round. But 14 goals in the league, 20 overall. That's pretty decent. Really is. Bring him on a permanent deal as well. Very, very happy with that. He's going to be a permanent fixture on that right-hand side, I think, as well. But yeah, them stats are looking pretty nice for him as well. 15 goals for Ruben Neves as well. 14 for Traore. Jimenez with 10 comes in. 5 games, 36 as subs. So he's quite happy doing that. But we are going to have to look at Silva. Where is Silva? So 20. I think he's going to be our backup there, really. It didn't really feature. So I think this time round with Jimenez, I'm going to look to try and move him along. At 32 years old, he's got one more season left. I think we'll look to move him on and trying to develop Fabio Silva, I think. I think that's the way to go as well. And we need somebody in midfield as well, I think. But quite a lot of goals throughout the team. Assist-wise, again, everybody helping out. Semedo with 15 assists. Trincao 12. Johnny with 10 as well. Nice to see him back in the fray as well. Ruben Neves, Matinho. I mean, again, Matinho is going to be the one that we're going to have to replace with somebody good in that midfield. Who? I've got no idea yet. Polino's doing a good job. First season from that DM role as well. 6 assists, though, and a goal. And Podence, not doing too bad either, actually. He was our left winger before. So we're going to have to look at that as well. The central defence, I think we're going to have to look at also. We need a defender and we need a midfielder as well, I think, this season. And to help us with that, what they're going to be giving us, 57 million. Okay, we haven't got the money in the bank, but we're going to have around about 57 million. So that's going to be kind of nice. We need the same sort of results, if not slightly better. So let's go ahead and have a look at the transfers that we've dealt. Jumping into the transfers, reverse order, Gedson Fernandes, we bring him into the midfield. 24 years old, looks absolutely superb, and I think he's going to do pretty well for us as well. I think we almost get to the Portuguese side, believe it or not. Physicals look really, really good. Same with his mentals. He can't finish, but I'm not too concerned about that. He's got good passing, good technique as well. He's fairly determined also in that. So in that midfield, that's going to help him quite a bit. Aerially, not so great, but speed, physicalities, and you know what? I think he's got it quite good. £13 million up to 15.5. I think he was kind of lost in Turkey the first game he played. But other than that, he was at Besiktas. But the season before, I had a pretty good season. 8 assists, 7.33. And well, he's been in Turkey quite a bit, and we kind of we're saving him. We're saving him from himself over there. So 6.83 in 3 games so far. I'm pretty happy with that. Give him a season to bed in and he'll be okay. The next one is the defender. We talked about getting a defender in, and yeah, we really needed one. And I think this rebuild's going pretty well. It's how I would expect to do a rebuild, gradually. Taking some older players out, bringing some youth in. 24 years old. I wouldn't say he's youth, but he's still pretty young, and he's got quite a... He's going to be here with us for another 3 seasons, at least to the end of this rebuild. But it looks pretty good defensively. Great jumping reach, and he's also got great heading, and he's fairly quick at the back. But my characteristics of a great centre-back. For 24 years old, he's rocking that moustache quite well. £27 million from Porto. Yeah, 27 straight up. 3 games, 1 goal already. That's great stuff. Hopefully that was on his debut, but... yeah, he's been in Portugal at Porto all this time. I think we were getting him at the right time as well. He's getting better and better. I just like them stats. They're nicely rounded for a defender as well. Look at that aerial reach. Really, really good. Final signing is Renato Sanchez. Again, another midfielder. He can play DM. He can play back here as well. He can play he can play anywhere. He's going to be quite versatile. So if anybody gets injured, he's going to be fitting in quite nicely. Again, he's played a couple of games already. His physicals look really... He's not going to get boss off the ball, that's for sure. He's quite aggressive as well and very brave. Tackling, not as great, but I'm hoping he's going to fit in quite nice here. He's going to be carrying that ball forward. He's going to be helping out Neves quite a bit, I think. Him and Fernandes as well, I think is going to be quite nice. What would be nice even still if we went attacking, we brought Bruno Fernandes in. That would be... that would be class, but I don't know how old Bruno would be when we come to doing it for the next season, but we may have a look. But yeah, not too bad. £45 million though from Lille, who only bought him for 17.5. He's played quite well in France, actually, to be fair. 6 goals, 3 goals, 4 and 3 assists. Looks pretty impressive so far. 3 games for us already. So far this season, we've done pretty well with a 3-1 win over Napoli. Legens as well, 5-0. Dortmund, we thrashed 2-0 as well. Wittner and Traore, and then we start our Premiership campaign. 1-1 against Man City. Jack Grealish getting them ahead, and then it's a 90th minute penalty for Ruben Neves. Leeds, we win 2-1 at home with Wittner and Traore once again. And then a 2-1 victory over Burnley with Diogo Lit getting his first goal for the club as well. After going behind as well, actually, 4 minutes in. So that's a great start so far. So if we look at competition-wise, we are lying 4th in the table so far. 7 points, 2 points off the leaders again. Liverpool, top of the table this time. Southampton and Brentford are ahead of us. Arsenal languishing down in 11th, and Man City as well, 14th. They haven't won a game in the first 3 so far. Champions League pits us up against PSG, Juventus and RSA, Real San Sebastian. Again, I'm reckoning we could come out as 3rd again, going to the Europa League and then win it. We want to try and win it this time. The quarterfinals of the FA Cup we need to reach, and we're playing Watford in the 3rd round of the Carabao. Preview-wise, 50-1, 8th position. We've still got the big teams ahead of us. I think we're one of them big teams now. I'm not going to lie. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm expecting to be in the top 4 once again. That'd be quite nice. And just implements that the moves and the transfers we are making are working and doing us proud. Let's go ahead and simulate Season 3. Right then, how did we fare this time? Wow, we finished outside a European place. It looks like the main teams in here are above us, which how it should be, really, in all fairness. Maybe we just had a couple of freak seasons maybe, but Man City, Liverpool do not win it though. With Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, United, Chelsea and Arsenal all in the top 7, and Southampton getting to a Europa League place as well. We miss out, unfortunately. 18 wins, 9 draws, 11 losses, so a few more than last time. 56 goals, and we're in a negative minus goal difference, which is very, very poor. What has happened there? That's something's drastically gone wrong. Well, we started off okay, just that loss to Chelsea. And then we just seem to implode. Fulham 3-0. Draws against Leicester and Aston Villa. We lose 4-0 to Tottenham. We do beat Arsenal though, so that's quite... And we beat Southampton as well. 6-0 drubbing by Liverpool. A 2-0 Brentford as well. And Everton seem to beat us. We do go unbeaten through January and February. With we do beat Everton back though, and Man City, we beat Man City 2-1, nice. And then it's just very, very indifferent to win-loss almost. Brentford again we lose. Watford we do beat. United we win 3-1 away from home at Old Trafford as well. We lose to Southampton 5-0. There's a lot of big losses here. Liverpool we lose. Chelsea we lose. It's been difficult. I doubt very much we're going to get any sort of a budget after this, I don't think. Let's have a look at some of the other competitions, but that's poor. We do reach the semi-final of the FA Cup. They're beating Hull, Burnley, Ipswich, Barnsley. So a relatively easy route to the semis, and then losing 1-0 to United with Marcus Rashford scoring after 43 minutes, even though Bruno Fernandes was sent off. Carabao Cup, we don't even get past Watford. We lose 4-3. 18. I mean, we were winning as well. 85th, 89th minute. Wow. We should have held on for at least 5 minutes, I think. Silva got a couple of goals. That's nice to see. Maybe we're just implementing some new players. This is what's happening, I'm guessing. The Champions League, we do get knocked out in the first knockout round against Inter. 5-3 on aggregate. We do beat them at home, though. But we beat Real San Sebastian. We beat Juventus away from home, 3-1. PSG we lose to. Then we draw away from home, which is quite bizarre as well. Juventus, we do get the double over them. And Real San Sebastian. So that did mean we finished second, didn't it? Wow, we knocked Juventus out. They were in the going to the Europa League, but we do advance from that point. That's really good. Wittner, 26. Has he not played? He's played 47 games. What's the difference? What's happened? I really don't know. Trincao as well, 11 goals, quite a way off, but it does get 15 assists though. Traore as well. He might be playing on the left-hand side actually. Neves, 7 and 10. Renato Sanchez, a good signing, 7 and 4 with Neto, 6 and 5. Fabio Silva getting 2 games, 3 goals as well. That's nice to see as well. So hopefully he'll be up and on the up as well. Diogo Letta as well, our new signing at the back, 2 goals. An overall 6.99 though. That's not too bad for his first season, I guess. Assists, again, right through the whole team, which is quite nice to see, but not much. Not many assists being taken there though. We do have to improve though, I guess, and maybe we looking at another goalkeeper possibly, or bringing in another defender. I mean, who was our main defence at the back though, really? It looks like Connor Cody was partner in Elite though. Did Kilman not get many games? He did get a few games though. I think it needs to be Kilman and it needs to be Let, doesn't it? We're still going to get a lot of money though. Okay, so I think a goalkeeper possibly, maybe another defender. I think we may have to let go of a few, I'm guessing. Right, okay, let's go and move on and let's show you what we've done. We said we're going to look at a goalkeeper and we've brought in Aaron Ramsdale. He was available. I've had him in previous rebuilds and he has been very, very stout. He's been like a brick wall and it does help the defence quite a lot. So I was quite happy to bring this young man in, 26 years old, 6'3". He's got agility, jumping reach. He's got a command of the area. He's got a good kicking, one-on-ones, reflexes. I mean, he's got it all really, hasn't he? Apart from he's not very quick. So that could present us with a little bit of a problem. But I wouldn't have thought too much. We've got 2 very quick or even 3 quick centre-backs. So I'm not too concerned in that respect. But reflexes and one-on-ones, that's more or less what we want, as if we're going to be playing a high line, we want this goalkeeper to be good on one-on-ones. That's simple as that. And he's got pretty good kicking as well, because if they're all upfield, he's got to get that ball up there, hasn't he? We take him from Arsenal, £24.5 million straight up. He's had not so great a couple of seasons, because we've known how Arsenal have been up and down in the last 3 seasons. He had a very good first season there. And then, yeah, hopefully he's going to be playing all right for us. He's conceded 4 goals for us already, though, which is a concerning. But we have played some decent sides, as you'll see in a moment. First season, let him get used to it. Next season, he's going to be up there. And like I say, we are building for the future for this club. And we've had to offload quite a few players. And Aaron Ramsdale was available. I'd rather get him now than the last season, where he's got to get used to his new club, hasn't he? Inacio, I think it's called. Gonçalo Inacio, I think it is. Pretty decent. He can jump, he can head, he can run. Basics. That's all we need. And if he can go up and head the ball as well, that's even more fantastic. Very, very good stats. And he's 23 years old. That's 6'3". He is our first starter. We've got Kilman, Polina, and Diogo Lit as well. It's going to be very, very tough. But I'm hoping he's going to stand out quite a bit this season and help us out a lot. So we've had to make a few changes at the back, and I'm very happy to bring him in. Without them changes, we couldn't bring this one in. We bring him in from PSG, no less. 55 up to 60 million pounds. He's been very, very good for PSG, which is not surprising, because if your side's good, you're going to be good. And he's been very good for Sporting as well. Hopefully he's going to reach them heights with us as well. And it should be fairly easy. He's got a lot of compatriots here as well, so that should be able to help him settle in too. £80 million is how much we've spent just on 2 signs. I'm not in the habit of buying loads of players, so we revamp a whole side. I mean, if I was doing Man United, yes, I'd probably gut the whole side and start again, but we're not. So we had to sell people along the way, and Jose Sarr has gone to Sporting. £23.5 million. Cody's gone for £5.5 million. I mean, these guys were getting on a little bit. I did say about Jose Sarr, he's starting to let go a little bit, and he wasn't as reliable as he was at the start. So 23.5 million, I was quite happy to, in virtually, it's a like for like, really. 23.5 million sold, 24.5 million brought in. So we only spend £1 million on Ramsdale. So that is a bargain, whichever way you look at it. John Majara has gone to Norwich for 2.1 million. Perry's gone out on a free, and a couple of other youngsters also. And release players, we've let go of Bowley. He's been a pain in the bum all summer, really, to be perfectly honest. He wanted to leave. We gave him the opportunity to leave. He kept rejecting contracts. He wanted a huge compensation, more than what we were selling him for. So in the end, it was easier and cheaper. So to put it into context, we were willing to let him go for around about 850,000. It went down a little bit lower than that, and he wanted compensation because he still had about a year or 2 left on his contract. He wanted about £1 million compensation. No, we'd end up making a loss, and there'd be no point, and I'm not willing to let him have any more money. He has been an absolute pain, causing a lot of unrest in the changing rooms. We've had no end of issues with the rest of the boys. But we finally, in the end, said, look, all right then, you don't want to sign any of these contracts. You don't want to go to any club, even though you've asked to leave. We're going to just cut loose and just take a £300,000 hit. That was it. 300,000, something like that. And he was willing to take it, and he went. So I'm quite happy with that. And we saved around about £93,000 a week as well on wages. Speaking of money wise, we're I wish it was £8,000. £8 million in the red. We're well under budget. We've still got some money left. Obviously not going to spend that because we're out of the window now. But yeah, we didn't have the money left. But I was quite reasonably happy with how much we have spent. And with them signings, we've done reasonably well. Friendlies went really well. The defeat by PSG was quite hard to take. 1-0, but I'm not too concerned about that. We do start the campaign against Man City once again. 2-2 draw that one. Trincao and Fitner scoring the goals. Brentford and Bolton we dispose of quite easily. Brentford 3-1 with Fitner again. With a brace with Traore scoring. And Bolton we smash in the Carabao Cup. Neves, Fitner and Trincao again. And Liverpool, Trincao scoring. Trincao is absolute beast. If you ever get him in any save, just pick him up. He's absolutely worth it. The only problem I've got, him and Traore play on the same side. So Traore's been playing on the left-hand side. And it's working, but it's not ideal. But Trincao is absolutely phenomenal. If we have just a quick look at him over the season since he's been with us, £40 million move, he has just excelled. I'm hoping he's going to do a lot, well, even better, surpass last season, the season before. So, but his stats look very, very good, and he's still only 24 years old. Competition-wise, we've got no Europe this year, so that's going to hit us really hard, I feel. We've pulled Crystal Palace away from home in the next round of the Carabao and reached the quarterfinals once again. And if we just concentrate on the league and the preview, 50-1, finish 8th again. I'm hoping we can go that one step further. I really do. We want to get back into Europe. We miss Europe. If we have a look at the Dream 11, look at that. Salah, Haaland. I mean, Man City is still the team to beat, I feel. But if we have a look at some of the transfers going through, Man City pick up Calvert-Lewin. They're just going to be unstoppable, really. With Haaland as well. I mean, that's just crazy. Bowen's gone to Liverpool for £59 million. There's our signing of Gonçalo Iheanacho. Chelsea have picked up Watkins for £52 million. Newcastle picked Souček up from West Ham. West Ham sold a few players, actually, haven't they? £59 million there, £51 million there. There's 110 before you start. And then another £50 million to Juventus for Zuma. So, the task, get us back into Europe and hopefully win a trophy. We've got new players. We just have a look at the side, how we're playing. Vittner and Trincao and Neves, Polina, they're standard. Iheanacho is going to be our main player in the defence now. We've taken out Semedo. We have got some other defenders coming in as well. And the other's place at the back. Because we have got Lee and we've got Kilman. I want to try and utilise Kilman quite a bit. And we'll let them decide who goes where. And Ramsdale, obviously, our number one choice in goal. Right, let's simulate Season 4. We'll come back and we'll discuss. We managed to pull it back in the 4th season. We finished 3rd. That is very, very good indeed. And we're only a point behind Man City. And we would have beaten them on goal difference as well. Look at that. 21 wins, 11 draws, 6 losses only. Who did we lose to? We lost to Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City we lose to. Bournemouth, which, I tell you what, Bournemouth and Leicester, the games we should be winning. Granted, it would have been nice to win the other ones as well, but that's very close, especially against Liverpool and Chelsea though. Liverpool only lose 3 games, Fulham, City and Southampton, and Man City lose an incredible 7. Trincao gets most chances created at 33. He also gets the most second most assists with 12, and Traore, he loves his dribbles, doesn't he? 4.52. We do end up second in the total chances created, 160. And the second leading goal scorers in the division as well, behind Liverpool, but on same number with Tottenham at 74. That's decent. That's a lot more than last season. It's a massive improvement where we finished 8th. So looking down at the results, we started off pretty well in September. Nice couple of scores there without conceding a goal as well. We lose to Leicester and Arsenal in October with just that 1 win in between. Then we have another very, very good month. This time in November, only conceding the 3 goals in a 3-3 draw with Tottenham right at the very end. We do beat Chelsea 2-0 and Everton in there. December's not too bad, a 5-2 win over Sheffield United even. Bournemouth is that lost there in December, so that really came back to bite us on the bum really in the end. We draw with Man United as well. We have an unbeaten January, 1 loss in February, that one to Man City. Nice 5-2 win over. Did we beat Sheffield United 5-2 there and 5-2 there as well. So we beat them twice, 5-2. Excellent. A nice 6-0 over Bournemouth, so we get our revenge back on them. And then the last couple of months, good wins against Everton, Tottenham. We lose to Chelsea, lose to Liverpool right at the very end, and West Ham and Newcastle we go on to win. That's not a bad set of results. We've done reasonably well. Just some of the losses coming at the wrong time, really. FA Cup, we don't get very far at all. Lose to Arsenal in the 4th round, a 1-0 loss. 70th minute, Martinelli, and that's after beating Burnley 3-0. But look at that, the Carabao Cup has been won by ourselves. Wow, we beat Everton in the final with Johnny and Vittner scoring both goals, and that's after beating Bolton, Crystal Palace, Hull, then Leeds 2-1, and then 2 3-2 victories in the the 2 legs against Chelsea with a 6-4 victory overall. Wow, that is absolutely excellent stuff. So we do win a trophy after all. Very excited. It's a trophy all the way. Does that not get us into Europe at all then, I wonder? I wonder if, well, we're in the Champions League anyway regardless, but I wonder if that would have got us into Europe. Going straight into our squad though, it seems very very small. I wonder if anybody's actually left. So the goals then. Wittner, he seems to slow down a lot though, but he is putting it away. Same with Adama Traore as well. 21 goals for him. Trincao with 15 goals, but he also gets 14 assists. Neves, 15 goals. Neto scoring. Gedson Fernandez, Semedo, Inacho getting a goal and an assist. Excellent. How did Renato Sanchez? No goals, but he does get quite a few assists as well. Between him and Fernandez, they're getting a few bits of game time, aren't they, really? Inacho, God, look how much he's worth now. That is we've picked up a really, really good side at the moment. Assist-wise, right through the whole team. Defender-wise, Diogo, he gets 33 games. Ramsdale, we'll have a look at him in just a second. Kilman, he gets 20 games with an assist. And Inacho, like we saw, a goal and an assist. So the centre-back's doing reasonably well. Ramsdale in his first season, it does make a difference. He only conceded 36 in the league. So let's have a quick look. There's 36 and 37. That's really good. 42 and 46 overall. 22 clean sheets, 17 in the league. Wow, that clearly is his best to date. So I think we've made a good choice in bringing Ramsdale to the side. That is really, really good. Really happy with that choice of goalkeeper. Europe once again going into our final season. Where do we improve? And we've got £77 million to spend. Where do we improve? I have a feeling we may, I don't know, maybe midfielder again. Maybe somebody on the wings. Maybe a forward. Maybe we need an out-and-out striker. We'll have to have a look. But I don't see much change, really. I think possibly a wing back, possibly. I don't know. I don't know where to change. Our side's looking really good. Maybe we don't need anybody, but maybe we just need that one person. One person to take us that one step further. Let's go and have a look at the transfers for the final time. So starting in reverse order, we bring in Danilo. Defensive midfielder, I've brought him in as he can play midfield, central. But I've really brought him in for this position to put some competition out there for Paulino. I think he needs it. Danilo, I think, is probably a little bit better. If we do a quick comparison, not much really in it. They have got their pluses and their minuses. Paulino's more defensive. Danilo's got more attacking, more vision, more speed, etc. So Danilo's a better technical wise. He's Paulino is better mental wise, and then physical wise it's Paulino again. We've left a few places out in the midfield, so they're gonna have to fight out between themselves. But I think we brought in a good player here, and he's only 24 years old, £12.75 million. I'm not gonna grumble. We bring him from Brazil. Ratings 7s. Yes, they're playing in the Brazilian First Division, but as long as he can do it in the Premiership, I don't care. But them stats should be able to help him out a little bit as well. So 24 years old, he's going to be here with us at least till 2030. So another 5 more years, and he's on 140 grand a week, which is quite a lot, but you get what you pay for, I guess. Next up, we brought in another forward to challenge Wittner and Silva. I'm not sure how many games he's going to actually physically play, Thiago Thomas, but I think Wittner needs a kick up the bum, I think. Because he's mainly our only striker, he thinks he can lay off a little bit. But looking at Wittner's stats in the Premiership, it has fluctuated quite a bit. He's still scoring goals, but again, we're going to leave the striker role blank, and then we'll see who is available and see who gets more game time, Silva, Thomas or Wittner. And the best player obviously will prevail. £15 million, 24 million in total. From Sporting seem to have a good crop of players, so we might do a rebuild on Sporting 1 week. But that would be really, really nice because they've got really good players, and I think Wolves are trying to emulate them some way or another. And our final signing is a left back, Nuno Mendes. What a capture, I feel. Pace and acceleration, absolutely phenomenal. Crossing's even better. I mean, he can play wing back as well. Maybe should we really be playing wing backs? Maybe push on 3 in defence, push the 2 wing backs on. Maybe that's what we are doing wrong, but we're going to stay with the formation that we are doing. I mean, it just looks really, really nice. And £50 million to 55, it's a lot, but already he's repaying it. 7.5 ratings already. It's just phenomenal. Really is. From PSG as well, so PSG make a little bit of money on him. Not too much, but about 20 million. Didn't really know where to strengthen. And the players that could have come in, we've got better players or players that need game time. So like Neves, he's still persistent. He wants to leave, but he's still here for at least another season. I thought the left-hand side was one of the positions we did need to cement, really. That brings our spend to £78 million. Out the door go. Let's have a look. Johnny. That's the reason why we brought in Mendes, but we brought him in and then sold Johnny. 8.25 million, not an awful lot, but Johnny was reaching about 30, I think it was 30, 31. Then Donker, same reason as well, 7.5. He's not really getting much game time. We've got really good midfielders in there. He's not getting the game time, so we obviously had to let him go. And then a couple of other players going out on loan and one freebie. Looking at our positioning so far and the scores, we had a really good start to the pre-season. A 1-0 win over Salzburg. Then totally thrashed Memphis and Charlotte Independence. Then we came crashing down to Rennes. And then we thrashed Barcelona 4-0. Neves, Silva, Traore and Chan as well scoring. Schalke, bizarre 1-1. And then we start off our campaign with a 1-0 win over Leeds. Tottenham 0-0. And a 2-1 victory over Man City. 5th position. 2 points again off the leaders. We do find ourselves in the Champions League with Juventus, Sporting no less. So a lot of these players we've got in our team are going to be playing against the former club. And Salzburg, who we beat in the friendlies. So that's going to be interesting. Reach the quarterfinals as a gimme, or as a must, I guess. And then Wolves will play Bournemouth in the first round of the, third round of the Carabao Cup. Club Vision, they still want us to sign Portuguese, so we've done that. I mean, they're delighted with that, in fact. We just need to reach the first knockout round, qualify for Europe once again. FA Cup, yeah, we discussed, and they're not really bothered about the Carabao Cup, with which we are holders. Our season preview sees us still in 8th position, 50-1 still. Nothing's really changed, but if you look at the teams above us, you probably wouldn't expect us to get any higher. So to say that we're probably the best of the rest now. Some of the big signings going on. So 55 million Ferran Torres to Tottenham. Newcastle signed Facundo Torres for 52. Tierney's gone to PSG for 51 from Arsenal, so they're slightly weakened a little bit. There's our signing of Mendes. Newcastle also bring in Tete. Man U have sold Lemar for 55 to Real Madrid, so they are slightly weaker. Same with Man City with Perrault with 36 million, but I'm sure they would have brought in some other players. So for the final time, folks, let's simulate Season 5, and we'll be back once more. Right, for the final time, we finished in a European spot is what the plan was, and we finished in 6th with remarkably almost the same stats as last season. Same number of wins, draws and losses. We're only 1 goal off. I think what we had last season, we had 74 last season, 73 this time round. We conceded 38, it was 36 last time, and same number of points. Man City beat us again to a higher position through goal difference. 74 points for Man City. Newcastle finishing 4th. Man U win the league. Liverpool and Chelsea and Newcastle and Man City. In fact, everybody in the top 7 apart from Man U lost more games than what we did. We just had an awful lot of draws, though, to be fair. We remain unbeaten until the end of October, and then November just seems to go all wrong, where we draw with Liverpool. We lost to Man U at Old Trafford. We lost to Leicester at home 3-0, and then Brighton a 1-1 draw. So only 2 goals in the whole of that month, which isn't brilliant, but we do pick things up in the following month. So a 4-0 win over Palace. There's Everton, we beat Villa. We do lose to Chelsea, Southampton, which is a nice victory. We follow it through to January, just the 1 loss. Liverpool, Any big teams in there? Arsenal. We beat Arsenal 3-0. Quite remarkable. Excellent stuff. I like that. February, unbeaten. We beat Chelsea. Draw with Tottenham. Beat Leeds. Arsenal we beat again. Villa we win. Everton win. And then Brighton and Man U in April we lose to. But we do beat we draw with Man City in May. But we have got a 5-game unbeaten run though. So we do finish strong. Again, teams like Burnley. And I mean, I'd be interested to know what our home form was, to be fair. The FA Cup, we don't progress further than the 4th round. We lose 3-2 to Southampton with a 90th minute goal for them after we just equalised as well. How annoying is that? The Carabao Cup, we get to the final once again, this time losing on penalties after a 0-0 draw against Man City. So we almost defend our title. Along the way we beat Bournemouth, Bristol City, Portsmouth, Burnley over the 2 legs, and we just can't finish off the job. But again, another final, so another runners-up spot, so that's not too bad. The Champions League, wow, that's a sorry state of affairs that is, isn't it? Sporting we lose, Salzburg we lose. We do get a win against Juventus though, and Sporting in the final game of the group, but I don't know if the damage has already been done. We do finish bottom of the group, unfortunately. Looking at the squad for the final time then, folks. Okay, Wittner, he plays 40 games, 25 goals, 4 assists. Trincao, he just gets better, doesn't he? 19 goals, 18 assists. And Neto, wow, the 26-year-old, he's, look at that, 17 and 17. Traore, 14 and 6. So they've obviously been sharing the positions. Thomas gets 10 games, 9 goals and 2 assists. Wow. Ruben Neves, 9 and 9. Not as much as before. Inacho, 3 and 3 this time, so he's upped his game. Fabio Silva, 2 goals in his 1 game. Diogo Lit, the defender, 2 goals this time. Gedson Fernandez, 2 and 3. Danilo, 2 and 2. Good amount of games there for him. Polino, what did he do? He still had 29 games. 1 goal and 2 assists. Renato Sanchez, 28 games, 3 assists. Wow, so we had plenty of goals being scored though, which is nice. And assists, like I say, Trincao, you got Neto, and then everybody else really struggled. But they all do put a shift in, which is quite nice. And I'm very, very happy with that. It's a really good side that we've got here. Really, really good side. Just have a look at where we were for the final season then. So we got as far as 3rd. We reached 4th, and then we bottled it to 6th in the end. Right to the very last game as well. We wanted to have a look and see what our home and away record was. So if we look at the home record, still in 6th, 4 games lost at home. United, Brighton, Liverpool and Leicester without even scoring a goal. We only conceded 19 goals though and scored 39, which isn't too bad. But our away record, we were a lot better away from home. Just the 2 losses, but an awful lot of draws. Again, conceded 19 goals, scoring 34. So, I mean, we got more points at home. But if we look at losses, if we didn't have them losses at home, we would have done a lot better. So that's not a bad end to the rebuild. We don't come away with the trophy. We do come up with the runners-up, 2nd once more. But we don't finish outside, apart from season 3, outside the top 6. We do get into Europe each season. So very, very impressive with that. So if you guys do decide to do this particular rebuild, then please let me know down in the comments. Do you manage to get a full Portuguese side? And let me know what sort of players you have. Do you manage to keep hold of Neves? That was a trial in itself. Let me know down in the comments below who you would like me to do next or for future ones. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Like the video as well. It'll help all the algorithms and all that sort of thing. And until the next rebuild, guys, thank you very much for watching.